problem we have is we have a faction of the Republican Party, in the House of Representatives in particular, that view compromise as a dirty word. My argument to them is real simple. That's not why the people sent you here.
What's going on in the House, and a bit in the Senate too, is what you might call the rise of Ted Cruzism. Ted Cruz, the senator from Canada through Texas, is basically not a legislator in the normal sense.
That's not why the people sent you here.
Let's just stop the madness. Let's delay this for a year and see if we can't get it right.
We have confirmed more than 100 Emory healthcare employees are going to lose their jobs, in part because of the Affordable Health Care Act.
That's not why the people sent you here.
I'm sad to hear they're losing it, but I feel it's for a good reason.
Freedom prospers when religion is vibrant and the rule of law under God is acknowledged.
An informed patriot is what we want.
Welcome to Focal Point, the home of muscular Christianity on Conservative Talk Radio. Muscular Christianity, where we relentlessly explore the intersection of truth and politics.
The trouble with our liberal friends is not that they're ignorant. It's just that they know so much that isn't so.
Now, here's your host, Brian Fisher.
Hi, welcome back to the second hour of Focal Point on AFR Talk. Brian Fisher is my name, congenial, convivial, and amiable as always. Let's start the second hour by grabbing a couple of phone calls. Let's go right to Dale in St. Petersburg, Florida. Dale, thank you for listening. Thanks for calling, and thanks for waiting. What's on your mind?
Hello?
Yes, Dale, go right ahead. You're on with Brian Fisher.
I was just questioning the characterization of the Homeland Security statement you made about that there was no known terrorist activity involved in the shooting. I was curious to know what was wrong with that statement.
Well, why did they make it?
I mean, the question was asked. You have to answer it. So, I mean, what's wrong with the statement? I'm curious about the characterization. I mean, what's wrong with the statement?
Well, why would they even feel a need to make that statement?
Okay. Feel the need to make it. I mean, because it's on people's mind. I mean, that's common knowledge. When you have shootings everywhere, you don't know whether it's a homegrown terrorist or whether it was a terrorist from overseas or whatever.
Well,
it's on people's minds. So I'm just curious about the characterization that you put it as if it was a false statement, because there's nothing false about the statement. It's just saying that there's nothing known about it. That if you don't know something, you don't know it. So I mean, I'm just curious to know. Why did you characterize it the way you characterized it? I'm just curious now. I'm trying to understand why you characterized it the way you did.
Well, you're actually making my case for me here, Dale, when you said it's on people's minds.
Exactly.
So why? So tell me, why is it on people's minds?
Hey, I mean, are you living in a box?
No, I'm asking you why. I'm asking you. It's a serious question.
Okay,
why is it? Why in your judgment, Dale, in your estimation, from your vantage point, why is it on people? Why is it on people's minds?
It's an honest and fair statement. I mean, it doesn't take a rocket science to figure out why it's maybe on people's mind and why the question was asked. It was asked the question. I'm just questioning the characterization of it.
No. Well, Dale, and I'm asking you to tell me why, in your judgment, it's on people's minds. What can you?
That question already. So
No. You haven't answered that question, Dale. You said it's obvious, but you said it's obvious that why it's on people's mind, but you didn't tell me why it's obvious. What is it about what's going on in our culture right now that makes that an obvious question to ask?
Affiliation. I was a voting Republican, and I changed my affiliation because of the dishonesty. Hello?
Yeah, Dale, I'm still, wait, hold it, Dale, hold it, Dale, stop. We're not going anywhere. The next question you're going to answer, if you want to stay on the air, is what makes it an obvious question to ask? You said it's obvious. Why do you say it's an obvious question for people to ask? You either answer that question, or I'm going to have to move on to another caller.
It's obvious because of the activity that's taking place. I mean,
okay, right there. What activity? Talk to me. What activity?
Yeah.
What activity?
Shootings that's happening in the United States.
Okay, what? Give me some examples.
Yeah, you got Fort Hood. You got the one in Aurora, Colorado. You got the one in Kentucky. I mean Connecticut. So whenever you have a shooting, and then you got the terror, then you got all the other things happening since 9/11. So I mean, it's a common statement. It's the first thing that anybody's going to ask.
All right, Dale. Well, you just made my point for me, so we're on the same page there. There's a reason why it's the first question that people ask, and it's because we're concerned about Islamic terrorism in the United States, the foothold that Islamic terrorism has in the United States, the fact that it's expressed itself on 9/11, it expressed itself again at the Boston Muslim Massacre, it expressed itself again with Major Hassan at Fort Hood. So, and we know there have been 52 Islamic terrorist plots that have been thwarted by federal officials. We read every single week about somebody else being busted for supporting jihad overseas or recruiting. So that's why it's on everybody's mind. All right, Dale, you had one more comment to make. Go ahead.
I understand that. My question has been asked. Why you characterize it the way you characterize it?
I just answered your question. Dale, you answered the question. No. Dale, you answered the question by talking about all the instances of terrorism.
All right, so
you answered your own question.
Okay, so you're not going to answer the question, so that's fine. I mean, it's just par for the course, the way you do it, the way you conduct your radio station all the time. You tell lies, and you make it like everybody else is telling lies. So
Dale, you just answered your own question.
There's no getting through to you. You're not going to answer the question. It's an honest question. You're not going to answer it, and that's fair.
All right, Dale. Well, and I guess if you're not going to answer my question and I'm not going to answer yours, I guess we're done talking. Thanks for the call. That's Dale, St. Petersburg, Florida. Let's go to Larry, Shreveport, Louisiana. Larry, welcome to Focal Point. What's on your mind?
Hey, you with me?
Yes, I am. Go right ahead.
Hey, Brian, this got all just kind of answered my question. When they stand up and holler, first off, it wasn't a terrorist. It makes you wonder what they know. If we look at all the attacks that we've had in America, all the way back from Benghazi, the Syria thing that Obama's trying to prop up the Muslim Brotherhood, the fact that we got Muslim Brotherhood in a White House, it makes you wonder, it makes you look at what's going on. Where these attacks are Muslim. I don't know about this one, but if we look back at history, the recent history, we see the Muslim Brotherhood and the Muslim fanatics are the ones that are attacking us, and we also see our president sheltering them.
Mm-hmm.
And even on the homosexual thing, with all the things that's been going on with gay rights, it's all right to do this, it's all right now in the military, it's all being pushed from the head of our country. So, I mean, you put a string to each one of them, and all of a sudden you got them all linked together. What does it look like? I mean, it looks like our president is pushing this agenda.
Well, and I'll give you an example of that, Larry, and thank you for the call. I'm looking at a story here from BizPac Review by Michael Dorstowitz, a controversial Homeland Security advisor who was recently promoted to senior fellow, is a self-declared Egyptian Muslim Brotherhood and Mohammed Morsi supporter. His name is Mohammed El-Libiari. I'm not sure exactly how you say his last name. Never heard it pronounced. But he was appointed to the Department of Homeland Security Advisory Council by Janet Napolitano back in 2010 and just got a promotion. So we're looking at what the Muslim Brotherhood is doing in Egypt. They are trashing Christian churches. They are spray painting Christian businesses and Christian homes with a big red X so that their Muslim Brotherhood buddies will know which homes and which businesses to torch. They're killing Coptic Christians. The Muslim Brotherhood is very active in Syria right now. The head of the Free Syrian Army, the one that John McCain wants us to believe are all these moderates, he's in the hip pocket of the Muslim Brotherhood. And I've got a story here about Muslim Brotherhood people slitting a Christian's throat for refusing to deny Christ. This is in that village of Malula. And this guy's with the Free Syrian Army. He came across this guy who was a Christian because that's a Christian village. He would not renounce his faith in Christ, slit his throat, and then taunted his fiancée by saying to her, Jesus didn't come to save him. That's Muslim Brotherhood. And so here you have President Obama promoting a member of the Muslim Brotherhood. We know that their agenda is to exterminate and destroy Western civilization. We know that. They've told us that in 1991 memo. 29 of the major Muslim organizations in North America and the United States are Muslim Brotherhood. They've told us what their agenda is to destroy us. It's to exterminate us. It's to eliminate us. It's to destroy us. And President Obama, everywhere he turns around, he's promoting and assisting the Muslim Brotherhood. He did it in Egypt. He did it in Libya. He's doing it right now in Syria. Focal Point, AFR Talk, back in 2.